Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are after 11 and a half pages, 11 2/3 pages. Still got one wild cowlick of a light strip going out back here, but there's our, well, quit hitting the thing. See, got our little elevator going over here. It's a drive shaft, and got our little witch on our broom here. So we're getting some mechanisms or gimmicks or something going. I'm looking forward to seeing how this is coming together. Fairly small footprint for a marble run. It's only, I don't know how big. Should have thought of that beforehand, but like 9 inches across maybe, and then 6 inches deep. So like I say, pretty good little smaller footprint than some of them. I think it's going to be a really cool build when it's all said and done, especially with the that it's motorized and you don't have to sit there and crank it to really enjoy all the features. But that's, like I say, just so where we were at, get a better view of the front here, because the plug's on that side. Really, like I say, I'm really pleased. And of course, I got our little subway situation going here that I still haven't quite figured out what's for. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, just building silly little models, having a bit of fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets that you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on my list. And I've got the most intelligent audience in YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best of options. And somewhere in here I'm going to integrate that sometimes I even show you how the way to not do things, because I goof them up and I have to go back and fix them. But that may fall into my mistakes. But that's just, like I said, I'm trying to figure out a way to integrate that into my intro. But we're starting off, it's step 5, we're still on page 12, but it's the very end of page 12, and there's not much, let's say, only 5 pieces on this one, so I figured, go this way it's sort of look better, have one solid piece last night. So we got this guy, got our picture, let's say the really light printing on them, so like this. Okay, so this guy with a gap on this side. Okay, so we're going into the slot and then over into that hole. Okay. Now, taking this guy, feeding you through here and locking that one in, that hole onto that tab. I thought that's what it said to do. Okay, it says it fits. Let's see. Okay, it does. That. All the way in and down onto it. Okay, there it goes. Now, this guy goes on here. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I do have to go back and fix something on the base. Somebody pointed it out to me, and eagle-eyed viewers saw it, and then there's something I commented on last night, but it wasn't registering on me why it didn't fit right, but they saw it and gave me more. Let's see. Let me see the light. Okay, so that's where we're at on that one. Now, this one, but this little piece I was commenting on last night that I couldn't figure out why I was so skinny up here. Pretty sure if I can get that, I just put that on upside down, so that makes it work much better. So that's just, like I said, that's on me not paying attention. Down there. Now, get it all fixed up. So, thank you, eagle-eyed viewer. And that concludes page 12 officially now. Flip over to 13 and see what we got here. Gonna continue building on that. Okay, so building, I think, is a big bin. Looks like it's starting out to be anyway. Okay, got all those guys. A couple of, yeah, two different, and all these guys are these pieces. Okay, so you're going in. Let's see. So you go around, okay, same sort of thing, going into the slot and locking into there. So I knock pieces off over here. Oop, upside down. Well, maybe not, okay. Just seemed upside down to me. Okay. Alright, now let's get back in place. Okay. And this guy goes up from the bottom, okay, into those two slots. So yeah, sort of the same thing, just backwards. And here. Oh, I'm supposed to put this on first, it looks like. Ease you back. If I can ease it back out. There it goes. Okay, so this goes in. Notches going front to back. Okay, into there. And down. Now, do this. There. Okay, so we're all interlaced up on the top. Everything seems pretty stable everywhere else. Now, we can three of these. Let's see, facing the right direction here. And on this side, get all in. Hope I can do all this without knocking anything else off again. Made a bad sound. I heard the crack. It seems like it went in place. Okay. And oh, one underneath here. And there's two slots there, so this is the top one. And then this guy goes on to the bottom one. We're here on this side. Oh. Just doing two right now. This is supposed to go here, by the way. Okay, that one in there, and then one more right here. Okay. Now, looks like to install you. That's okay on our which side? Okay, our light string. Okay, right up the corner there. I think. Wait a second. It's make sure I'm using the right. No, it's over here. Okay. Yeah. Got excited I was going to get rid of that cowlick thing. Okay, so this one is going right up here. That's inside there. And then, okay, so those slots. All the way down. All the way, yeah, come down through the bottom on those two longer ones. Now, get back to lock it in place. And then connect this one. I don't think you're all the way back yet. There you are. Okay. Over there. Oh. Okay, so still got plenty of clearance for our witch to do her thing. And oh. Let's see yet. Oh, what's second? Okay, this goes. Okay, there. Okay. The bottom ramp hooks in too. Get clearance on it. Okay, there. There's what it was holding it back. So down there goes onto that, and then it locks in here. Okay. I was trying to figure out why they had that highlighted. It makes sense now. Okay, so now this guy goes on top here. And I think there's writing on it. I'm supposed to go. Yep. Got some arrows on there to make sure those are up, because I make whatever locking mechanism this is for will go into place for that. And this guy, and I'd say we're about to build that right now. There we go. Okay, I guess bring our lights up through the middle of it. On the side. And spin you 90 degrees, it says. Okay. That. And that concludes 13. Okay, now we're just supposed to sort of spin this around, and looks like trying to tuck it back into these holes here. Maybe. think I'll go under and over, make me easier. There we go. We got it all tucked away now. Okay. Now, I'll set you aside for the moment. Get to work on our ring-a-ding-ling-a-ding. And a screwdriver. So, let's get a blank side. Stand off through there. Sort of tucked in. Yeah. Okay. Not going anywhere. And our bell. This is okay, didn't work. Nope. Maybe I should put this on first then. Okay, so down in there. New plan. There we go. Okay. And now the bottom half of 14. It's almost 18 minutes, not too bad. Alright. So let's go with the arrow facing that way. And diamond guy down the top. And make our little flip-flopper here. So concave bit at the top. Depth gauge studio. We're going into 5, which is that one. And just leaving you all there. This on the other side. Now, put flopper into there. Let's get an arrow facing that way. Match it with our other arrow. in, wind up, snaps in. That's not loose enough. Let me, where'd my, inch in there. Okay, but actually, let's better squeeze. Maybe it'll. Okay, that feels okay. Okay. So only now it says we get to test this, so that's a good idea. Dig out one of the ball bearings. Okay. I'm assuming this is going to be bouncing off and going back and hitting that. Okay, it does make it. It just barely grazes that thing though. It was slow enough. Well, that is concerning, but you can't do it wrong on that part, so maybe, like I say, maybe it'll bounce off of something and go back into the bell. But there's that little structure, and that finishes up 14. And ready to mount you. This thing's gonna knock over everything. Okay, so you go. Okay, onto these two prongs right there. So it's going to come out of the tower, hit the flip-flopper. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I've got prongs here on the right side. Okay, yeah, there's our witch. So that goes. Oh, got it facing the wrong way. That'll do it. Got prongs, here you go. So that's just going to feed onto those guys. Okay. Okay, yeah, I bet it'll. Yeah, okay, that's right. That's the way these things work. Each time it goes, it diverts it. So it goes into this side. That was a little disappointing. It's not going to hit the bell. Barely hits the bell. Okay. That might actually not be a bad thing. To be a gentle ring. Okay. But there's where that ends up at. And now, like I said, we're on to page 15. So that's the first step. And now we got, okay, so this is going to support the other side. So go down there. It's not. Okay, we're going to be inserting through there. It looks like that does line up those holes. Oh, there we go. Looks like this one. So this goes in. Yeah, so this one, we're going in top level here. this is the next level, so that's the one that's going to bind into our bell housing. There. Tie everything together there. And you down here. Okay. We got our that made up. Right. Now, there's another one where I broke it up. I think I was going to stop here, but then I decided to go on because we get to build Tower Bridge next. I was going to stop, like I said, I was going to stop at this point, but then, like I said, I looked over and, you know, thought, well, that'll be a cool place. I better get that one done too. So you, okay, either end with the printing on the outsides. And this goes up into the middle. Got that. You go right here next to our little witch girl. Okay. In place. And that officially concludes step 5. So on to step 6, which is, let's see, get to move you out of the way again. And pretty straightforward. You got the blank side. We'll go into these two. Now, we're ready for page 16. Got a bunch of pieces for this one. Like I said, building all our little towers. Okay, so those are the ones with slots. These one without slots. Okay, so we start you this down on top of that. Place. And no textures or anything on there, and side with the tab gets the ones without the slot. So you, yeah, good. All right, easy enough. Okay. Now, okay, so this goes go into these guys. And this goes onto all those guys. Not cooperating. Ah, there it went. Okay. Okay, and now we go. Okay, so 35. Okay, so we got 34 is a solid one, 33 is a small notch, 35 is the big notch. Okay, going from this end, it's the solid one. And the double notch one goes second. And 2 single notches on this one. I'm assuming, yeah, have the drawing on the outside on all of them. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is, never seen a piece like this before. It's got a breakaway section. I don't remember seeing one. I say that, but I may have, possible. But looks like, okay, we're on the bottom. We go in here, and then these tabs go on to these guys. So you're all the way to the back. Other side tab. And it's, the instructions say this auxiliary part must be securely snapped back into its original position after assembly. So, but it says for right now we're taking it out. So, yeah, because it is gone in the next picture. So I will do that and get my burrs here right quick. These little guys go, okay, yeah, you'd think right up here. Should be sort of locking those guys up. They go underneath our little notches there. Okay. Now, I'm going to set this right over there, where maybe I'll remember it whenever they call for us to put it back in. Not these guys are going down. Should be. Yeah, this should be a little bit further than that. I can see the. They're all. That's just, this one's not cooperating. Oh, wait a second. I got. Okay, it's sitting on our bridge top here. That's. Push it in a little way. Wait a second. Oh, I see what the problem is. They're not all the same. Duh. That makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, there's even a little red triangle there on the book to show me that. Okay, tower bridge there. On to 15. No. 17. So you. Okay, got at the back section. This piece. Okay, so we're going into our little base here. Ah, it's going over our. No. Okay, so our witch is flying underneath Tower Bridge there. Okay, yeah. That's why we put that there, so it's got a place to park. Get all the way outside holes. On her. Which still got good freedom on her. Alright. Now, new pieces for this section. These, no, they are supposed to be solid. Because all the rest of them are hollow, so I want to make sure. Okay, so G6, G9, over there. He's not liking that bottom. Hope that work out. Okay, let's try it. Going in sideways, I think it's delaminating. Getting pretty crispy there. Okay. 10. Yep, 10. There we go. Yep. Going in. Under there. Over. Okay. No, we're supposed to do this last. I don't think it would have changed anything, but officially. And then you onto the back. Got our decoration going here. So. Alright. Go here. Facing in. Yes, look. Yeah. You know, we don't fit in. Very little drama. Let's hope. I get 3 of them at a time. Let's see. Oh, no. Yeah, I was doing that right. Oh, no, maybe not. I think I had it turned wrong. Y'all probably saw that before I did. Okay. So we got that tower in place. Getting something going now. And now to finish up for the night, we got these few trim bits. You. Okay, lock that guy into place here. There. So that's sort of keeping that tower locked down. Okay. And you. on the edge. That. Now, over here we got us a little subway entryway. So, it's gonna go down there. Yeah. These. Sort of a nice finishing touch to our little subway stairs there. Alright, let me see if I can find that plug again. We'll take a look how this thing looks lit up. Wider bit. Those are, yeah. Tower comes in nicely lit up there. Pull it through. This is our subway tunnel there. Light coming out of our. I hit it with my arm. Very sensitive touch sensor. Everything working good on our little thing. I'm still not sure about this whole. Something's got to be driving that to make sure it gets clearance. But I haven't figured that one out yet. Alright, yes. It's coming together. Got some, like I said, getting our skyline in place. Let's see. On here, this one won't go very far, but that one's at the bottom. Riding around. Yeah. Alright. And our flip flopper going into the tower. And I think this, whenever it was our witch gonna move, yeah, move that around like that, and then flip flopper the other way. Of course, I've already done that. Alright, but getting somewhere with it. I said, I'm sure they're gonna button all this stuff up before it's all said and done. I'm glad I picked this one up. I think it really is, I think. I'm partial to the ROKR stuff. It all seems to turn out really nice. I always like all their stuff, even the stuff that doesn't work that great. I really enjoy putting together and seeing the mechanisms they come up with. But I think that's plenty for tonight. I'm pleased with the progress, and we'll continue tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe, and click on the link. There's my channel over there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel if you want to watch me do experiments a couple times a month. That is what YouTube thinks you should be watching. And over there is the playlist for this whole build. I'll see you tomorrow.